Hello from inside the swimming pool for the first time. They did a lot today. As you can see, all of the wood framing is complete. This is the water level. They installed this pump here just in case, again, just to push this out, or if a rainstorm comes, and you can see it kind of just flows into the canal there if they need it to. But the deep end is completely dug, and all the pebble is put down for the base. It's cool to see all the different kind of soil layers. This turned out to be really beautiful soil with not very many rocks or anything of that nature. I think we can go over there. I think they pulled up like a very old tree stump, like a very little rotten one. But that was it. That was the only thing they found. This is, I guess, a view from what will be the sun shelf. It's just a mound of dirt. And over here will be the spa. And that's going to come out a little bit farther than the pool's edge, which, as you can see, here will be the pool, and it'll jut out, and it'll be about 6 inches taller than the pool itself and flow into the pool. But yeah, they did a great job. They're here about at 8 a.m. and left around 2:30. So I'm really pleased with the progress that I got done. Now, basically, it's a waiting game. They have a inspector come out and make sure that this was all done properly, which it looks like it was. And then next week, maybe in the middle of the week, we'll be doing the steel reinforcement and then shooting concrete, which would be awesome because then you get to see all the shapes and forms of the pool. So I'm very excited about that. But really, the first 2 days couldn't have gone any better. Again, can't say enough good things about Seacrest Pools. Those guys are awesome. So yeah, let's walk around and take a look at some of the other stuff you might be seeing in the background. So let me get out of here. So here's the pump that I was telling you about. It just feeds right into the canal. Pretty neat. There's a little bit of water in it, but I don't think that's such a big deal. It's more for when we get those late afternoon Florida thunderstorms rolling in here. But I cannot wait to show you guys them pouring the concrete. It should be early to mid next week, so I'll try to film that and get it up for you guys just so you can see the pool take form. I'm really looking forward to watching them shape and form the Baja Shelf along with the spa, and then there's going to be a bench here in the deep end for people to rest, so that'll be really neat. It'll feel much more real, I think, when we have the concrete form in. But yeah, we just gotta get through inspections until then, and then get after it. Hey guys, so I came out to hit some golf balls just because I was invited to a member guest next month, and I really haven't played that much golf and I don't want to stink too bad. There is work going on at the pool back home. I filmed a little bit of it earlier, and I'll catch you up the moment that we're done here. So I haven't played at all barely this year, so it might be ugly, but let's get out there. It might not show up well enough on camera, but there's definitely storm clouds coming. So I just wanted to give you an update before that obviously happens. So let's take a look at what they've done so far. So you can see that this huge mound of dirt used to be all consolidated a little bit closer to the seawall. That was purposely pulled back to alleviate any pressure kind of against the seawall and down at the bottom of the lawn there as it kind of slopes away from us. Also, with the storms coming, you know, all the water soaked into that dirt could make it exponentially heavier. So that was kind of the thinking there. It was more precautionary, not that something would happen, but it was just a smart move by them, and I appreciate them doing that. As you can see, we have the framing in, and then we have this protective skin around the side that is reinforced with steel. And if you try to tear that orange stuff, you can't. It's impossible. And then if we get even closer, you can see the rebar work almost finished. I'd say he's about 3/4 done. I didn't catch his name, but a really nice guy. He came in and he pretty much knocked out all of the steel work in one day. So it was pretty impressive to see. Chris finished up all of the woodwork. Again, that was one person and took one day. So it's moving quite quickly. This is probably 4 days in, and really the next thing to do is, I'm sure they'll be back tomorrow, they'll finish up the rebar. We'll have an inspector come and just make sure that the framing looks good, the wire mesh looks good, the rebar looks good, the height looks good, and then he'll sign off on it, and then hopefully by Wednesday we'll get shotcrete put in. In case you're wondering, shotcrete is by far the most expensive part of the project. In this case, for our pool, which is 13 feet wide by 29 feet long, it costs about $13,000. So if you didn't know, now you know. But that's a big step, because that's when you start to actually see the formation of the spa over in this corner, and of course the completion of the Baja shelf in this corner. That little white circle down there, it's probably not in its final spot, but it will mark where an umbrella holder can go. So that would be pretty cool. But yeah, these are two of the most expensive parts. The digging and all of this rebar work and woodwork costs about $10,500 and I'd say $10,500. So it's a lot of money, but pools are expensive to build, especially these shotcrete construction pools, but it's worth it. So we're really super excited. I'll be really happy when all of this dirt is done. But it is cool. And that dirt, just so you know, when I was talking about backfill, you can see the gaps all in here. It's going to be, a lot of it's going to be put back in there, but most of it will be hauled away. And it will be interesting to see tonight. You can't see, it's not going to show up on camera, but it's getting pretty dark out as far as cloud cover. How much water actually fills up in here. So that pump over there might be working extra. But so far so good. Hopefully we get a rain tonight, that's okay, but then they can come back and finish the shell and rebar. Hopefully the water doesn't come up too high so they can complete that. If not, they'll have to come back another day. So weather does play a big role in how quickly your pool's built. So far we've been really lucky with 4 great days of weather, but we'll see how we get on here. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll definitely come back with another update tomorrow. If you're wondering about golf, I did not hit the ball very well at all, so I might have to go back out there tomorrow and practice before this member guest tournament. Got some storm clouds moving out of here. It rained pretty hard just a little while ago, but the pool didn't fill up too bad, just a kind of a big puddle right there. But we've got a lot of work done today. The guys were out here bright and early. As you can probably see, all of the plumbing has now been put in for the most part, and the hot tub / spa is really coming together. They've got the rebar framework for it. And then obviously the jets on the bottom and the 6 jets on the side, and then we have another pump down there. So it's looking really, really good. Still got a tremendous amount of dirt, but that's all right. And as you can see, they've put in a orange fence to keep people, children, animals out during this time. So the next phase is we're going to have the inspector come, hopefully tomorrow, to sign off on all of this, and then maybe by Wednesday or Thursday we'll get the shotcrete put in. Hey guys, so we got concrete going today. Looking pretty good. Now you can really see the spa and the Baja shelf, and that's where there's the flagpole holder is gonna go. They're not done yet. I think they just went to get some more concrete, I believe, maybe a lunch break. You can see in that far corner, that's the little bench in the deep end. I'll try later tonight when they're all done to show you more in depth, but it's pretty awesome to see them shoot this stuff. I can't really film too well just because they have the protecting netting up for the house, but they're doing a great job. It's going to be neat to see when all the forms are kind of more defined, but really after this, the next step is to pull this wood back and then to backfill it with all of our dirt. So this is where we are thus far, and I'll check in when I have some more updates for you. Hey guys, so they are done for the day. As you can see, they got a lot done. Started this morning with no concrete whatsoever, and now it's completely shelled in, including the spa. Let's see if we can't get in here. It's amazing what they can do in one day. So I'm very impressed. It took them about since 7 a.m. till about 2 in the afternoon. So pretty cool what they can accomplish in one day. They had a big shotcrete hose come in here and they just knocked it out. You can see they left some holes for the jets and drainage. There's some more tubing for the jets, ultimately for the spa. Here is the sun shelf. And as promised, that little hole is eventually going to be where you can put an umbrella if you wish. So tomorrow, what they're going to be doing, as I might have mentioned, is taking out all of this wood that you see and then filling in all of these crevices with our pile of dirt, which is still here. I'll be very thankful when that is removed. And then we can get on to paving this portion with travertine tile. So they're actually not going to have to tear up this concrete. It's actually a perfect base for them. So they're just going to pave over it with the tile, and it's going to line up perfectly with the edge of the pool here. So that's going to be pretty cool to see, and that will really kind of be the final push. My wife and I the other day went to pick out the actual color of the pool tile. And depending on color, it changes relatively the color of your water. We're hoping to get a slightly darker tint to the water. If possible, it is much more expensive to do that. It's not the standard tile that you get offered. So we're gonna see, I think the cost difference is probably about $2,800 to do a darker material, but that material is also a lifetime warranty versus the standard tile, which is 10 years. So in about 10 years you'll have to get it replaced. So you figure $2,800 on top of what you're already paying is probably worth it for that. I think that's the route that we're going to go. We also have to decide on the tile trim for the spa, which will then go all the way around the pool. Other than that, the only thing to pick out again is going to be the travertine pavers, which we've already picked out. They're going to be a lighter color, so it's going to look nice. We're not going to do tiles on the end of each step like sometimes you see in pools. I just don't like that look. It's just a personal preference. It doesn't save us any money. I just don't like the way it looks. But I think this came out great. That shelf in the deep end is going to be very useful. Yeah, I think it's going to be beautiful. So I think I'm going to end this video here. We'll pick up the next one when they have removed the wood, backfilled everything, and put the tile down for you, so we can see that process. Again, this is going to have to be inspected, so in the coming days an inspector will come out, take a look at the shotcrete work done, give us a pass. The first inspections went beautifully, so I don't expect any issues here, and then we'll move on. But thanks for watching the second part of this pool build series. So far so good. We're about 3 weeks in. Total cost, I'd say, is probably right around $24,000 to get to this point. So yeah, I'm excited for it all to be done and for you guys to see the final product. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in part 3.